Hello YouTube, it's Grace again, and today I'm going to be doing a TBR for the BookTube-a-Thon. Different from the Bibliathon. I should put up both TBRs roughly at the same time, hopefully. Yeah. Let's just basically get into it. But quick note, you can combine any challenges. You can combine as many challenges as you want for this, for the BookTube-a-Thon. I, however, will not be combining. I am gonna try and aim not to. So yeah, and also my TBR may change. I'm a living human being. I'm a mood reader. My moods change. Okay, this is just it as I'm filming it today. And last note is, if you hear any cheering, screaming, or just general happiness, it's probably coming from my mum, who's in that direction, or from my neighbours who are in that direction, who are cheering for either Croatia or England. More for the latter out of those two. But yeah, my mum will basically, she could scream loud enough to probably be heard in China, so yeah. Yeah, so that's a heads up for that. Anyway, so to get into the reading challenges, first reading challenge is let a coin toss decide your first read. So the books that I have for this one, both on my August TBR, which is mainly when this readathon is happening, because it's happening from the 30th of July to the 4th of August, I believe. 4th or 5th, basically, yeah. And the two books that I have are Skullduggery Pleasant and Percy Jackson. This one I've read, and I want to do a reread of the entire series during August. And this one I've been meaning to read, but I have not picked it up. So it's in the hands of fate now as to whether I pick up Percy Jackson for the first time ever. So yeah, we're gonna go with Skullduggery Pleasant is heads and Percy Jackson is tails. Okay? Cool. So I've got a 2p here. So, you know, oh, focus, no. Anyway, that's the tail side. And then, I can show. That is the head side. So, yeah, we're gonna see what side it shall be. So, okay, big revealing moment. It is heads. Heads. So, fate has decided that I shall not read Percy Jackson for this readathon. You can thank fate and not shoot me for it. Thank you very much. So, as we said, heads, Skullduggery Pleasant, which means goodbye, farewell. And yeah, that will be the book that I'll be reading for that challenge. So, challenge 2 is read a book about something you want to do. So, when Ariel was doing her video, she was being very literal about it, like scuba diving, whereas I kind of took a more fantastical approach due to my favourite genre being fantasy. So, yeah. I'm sorry, okay? I couldn't think of one, and I didn't want to like put a contemporary on my reading, because it's when the mood strikes that I'll read a contemporary. If the mood doesn't strike, then I won't read it, and I don't tend to put it on my TBR. Hence, I've got a very, very small selection of contemporary here, only one shelf worth. And I've got like maybe 2 or 3 other contemporary books. So to be honest, when you think about it, that's really not much compared to the rest of my like 3 bookshelves, plus 2 floating bookshelves, plus my headboard and books I have on the floor at the moment, because yeah, life. So, the book I chose was The Book Jumper by McKild Glacier. I'm sorry, I'm trying, okay? You can see how difficult that is to pronounce. And basically, this is about a girl who has the ability to jump into stories. And unfortunately, people are attacking the people who have the ability to jump into stories. And I'd always loved the ability to jump into a story. Like, jump in, be able to jump out again. Like, because imagine jumping into the Throne of Glass world and just being like, okay, I'm about to die, but this is awesome, but I'm about to die, so I really should jump out now, and jump out of the story, and then continue reading, and then jump in at like the good moments. Yeah. So yeah, that would be an awesome ability to have, like to jump into any book, which I wish I could do, but it's obviously a fantastical wish. Okay, third reading challenge is read and watch a book to movie adaptation. So the book that I have chosen is Neil Gaiman's Stardust. Now Stardust is actually one of my favourite movies, I've watched it numerous times, but I haven't read the book and I need the encouragement to read the book. So read the book for this challenge. Someone encourage me, just be like, read Stardust, read Stardust, read Stardust, because I love the movie a lot and I love like the whole plot line. And I really feel like I should read this. So yeah, read Stardust. Just get a little party groove going. I must be either tired or just weirdly social today to be like, yeah, okay. Okay, next challenge is read a book with green on the cover. So, my green selection is not as large as my black or blue selection, so yeah, it was a little bit difficult. And I mean, to be honest, we're realising now I could have gone for the Percy Jackson, but no. So the book that I actually chose was Stolen Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen. I've recently finished An Enchantment of Ravens, which is kind of about the Fae race and a girl who's an artist. And this book, from what I understand, is about a girl and the problem she's had with a troll. And I mean, I've read Winter Song and loved it, which was about a goblin. I've read An Enchantment of Ravens, really liked it. It was about fae, relationships, and this one is about trolls. Why not? Why not? So yeah, this could be an interesting read, and that's why I picked it up. And yes, the green on the dress is the green that I'm counting. Okay, the book may mostly be like black and have bits of green in it, but she said with some green on the cover, even if it was a text, so don't shoot me. Okay, next challenge is read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. So I thought I'd spice this up a little bit and wear not only a hat, but while reading this book I will also be wearing a wig. Great fun. So I'll read a wig and a hat. Whew. Yeah, I don't plan on leaving the house while I'm reading this book, so yeah, it's fine. Because yeah, it's just for a little laugh, and I have this wig because I bought it as a kind of test thing on Wish, and this wig is not actually that bad, to be fair. So yeah, wig and hat. And the book that I chose for this winning combination is Ink, Iron and Glass by Gwendolyn Clare. Now this is a book which I thought was really interesting, because kind of like the book where I was talking about before where they jump into books, with this one it's about people who have the ability to create entirely like new objects, worlds, and just generally realities just through the ability of writing. So and one of the people who can do this is kidnapped, and then her daughter has to go and find her mother, and that's the basis of this story. And it sounds pretty cool, so I was like, yeah, it's been on my TBR for a little while, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, next one is read a book with a beautiful spine. Now the book that I have chosen for this is Furthermore by Tahira Mafi. Now obviously the cover is beautiful, but the spine is also just beautiful. So yeah, that is what I chose for that one. And it's a fantasy, and I'm evidently with this TBR I'm in a fantasy mood, so why not? And then the final challenge is read 7 books. So obviously there were 6 books there. I could have chosen Percy Jackson, but I didn't. Haha, rebellion. So the book that I've actually chosen is The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. Now this one is set in a kind of, well, it's set in Russia, and it's set with kind of rival sorcerers, I believe. All I know about this is just basically sorcerers, Russia, Tsars, and just royalty in general. and I've heard some good reviews about this book, so yeah, want to give it a go. And yeah, that is the last book on my 7-book TBR. Let me know down below what you have planned to read during the BookTube-a-Thon. For a moment there, I thought it was going to call it Bible-a-thon in my head, but then it came out as BookTube-a-Thon and I was like, yes. Yes. And yeah, so that is my TBR. Let me know down below what your TBR is, or link your TBR in my description so I'll be able to see what you're reading. And it would be awesome to see if maybe any of you are reading the same books as I am, and then maybe we could do a buddy read. Who knows? Although I'm pretty bad with buddy reads sometimes. Like, if I'm not feeling the book, I will put it down. I will not persevere. Like, other people will be like, ah, it's all falling. Ah! People will be like, oh yeah, you should persevere. You should just like continue reading. And I'm like, if I continue reading, then I get put in a slump. So it's like, read other books or be put into a reading slump for possibly months. I'm gonna go with the former option, I'm sorry. So yeah. Depends if I'm feeling the book or not, but it'd be fun to have a discussion, so maybe I can get a bit more active on my Twitter and Instagram in talking about the books. We'll see. Anyway, if you don't follow me on any of my social media, all my social media will be linked in the description below. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. So, bye!